The move was hectic, to say the least. God knows, while we were moving, so many things went wrong. It was just that kind of move, where if it could go wrong, it did. So we're here in, where are we? We're just north of Nashville. And we've had time to spend with family here, which is probably one of the main reasons we were moving, because we wanted to be closer to family. One of the main things that happened when we got here is my daughter was allergic to something in the new home we're in, and we ended up in the ER. She stopped breathing on me. It was such a severe reaction that she just completely stopped breathing. And no, she's not 2, she's 22. But as a parent, you wig out when something like that happens. And basically, I couldn't bring her home for a few weeks. We had to completely go through the house and try to clean everything up. We couldn't figure out what it was. We did do allergy testing. The doctors couldn't figure out what exactly she was allergic to. So we just had to do a very thorough, top to bottom disinfecting of the home we're in. And not that any of us had any reaction, only she did. And it's just a scary thing as a parent, to experience, and in a new town where you don't know where the hospital is, and you're just in completely new surroundings. As for our in vitro, I just want to say I have struggled with even the thought of doing it again. It's scary to me. I don't think, for me, it's been easy to decide to do it again. We were going to try right away, and maybe if I would have done it then, I would have kept the courage to go forward. So not doing it made me a little bit more leery about doing it now. And so I talked with my husband, and honestly, the plan is going to be, we're going to try again with Dr. Garza. We've actually weighed options about going somewhere else, but because he is familiar with our case, and because this will be, that's probably the biggest news, is this will be our final attempt. No more. I can't do it anymore, guys. I'm going to be turning 40. And yes, I've met ladies that got pregnant around 40, even older. But for me, it's just stressful, and it hasn't worked. And even just doing this time, I feel overwhelmed thinking about it. And even though we're not around the corner now, it's not necessarily that. It's just, it's tough on your emotions. We were looking at either doing it during Christmas vacation or spring break. And honestly, I think we're going to go with spring break. Christmas vacation, not that I don't want to leave the cold here, but I feel like it's too soon. I feel like I'm not ready. I need a little bit more time. And also because I want to take my kids down with me when I go. So I'm going to plan for spring break of next year. That's the soonest. I'm still working on, well, I'll be honest. I left my diet with all the transition and all the different hiccups we had just trying to move here. So I'm going to try to diet again and be happy with anything I can lose, whether that's 10, 15, 20, 1,000 pounds. Who knows? But I am trying, and so I'm back on that diet as of about a week ago, the Mediterranean diet, and I'm hoping that makes a difference. If anything, that my body will be tip-top shape. I'm not taking vitamins right now, but we do plan on starting. It's 6 months away, so we have time. But I do want to start supplementing, especially both of us, with the CoQ10, and we'll go from there. We just gotta hope and pray that this is the one, and if it isn't, then that's it. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. It's been very disheartening, and I'm happy for all the girls. If you guys saw me post about Erica, her baby's born. She has a little girl, and she's precious. And then I want to say another one of the girls had her baby, or two of the other girls. I'm not even sure. I'll admit I've just kind of let all this go for a little bit because it is all consuming. It really is, especially when you're going through it. I know those of you who have done it know that your life is you live, breathe, eat, talk in vitro. Now, personally, I don't talk about it with my family, and our decision was to not tell our family again. We told them about the first time, not the second, and definitely not this third time. It just gets tough when people ask what was the outcome, and when it sucks and it's like, we're not pregnant, nothing happened. I mean, it's the truth. So I just figured this time we'd keep it under wraps unless, you know, by a miracle we get pregnant. But if I'm honest, I'm not anticipating a positive. And that's just me being honest. I mean, it sucks to say that out loud, but I am. I'd rather go in thinking it's not and being shocked if it is. I mean, God almighty. You guys comment what your feelings have been going through it, what your feelings are if you're thinking about it. I am scared to death still, and it hasn't gone how I'd expected. I thought, well, I have two kids. It's going to be super easy. I mean, I cut and tied my tubes. It's not because I couldn't, but apparently I can't. And yeah, so those are all my thoughts, emotions, and blah in my head right now. And hopefully something comes of it. I mean, of course, we're still trying. Of course, when I start, I hope to have a better outlook on it. But where I'm sitting right now, the honest truth is it looks real bleak. And I want to be more hopeful. And I'm going to try to get my mind in that place. I mean, even though it's 6 months away, I'm dreading it. This is my update. I wish it was a happier one. Any of you considering it, I wish you all the best always. I've never been where I don't want it for somebody else. I want it for me. I want it for you. I want it for all of us that want it. And I wish y'all the very best, and I'm always happy to hear, good news. It's awesome for you guys, and it just, not that it makes it harder for me, because I can't say I look at Erica's baby and say, that could have been me. No, I just think it was her time, and I know her journey and everything she went through to get there. She had an uphill battle like I'm having, and so I guess she's a little bit of my piece of hope. I know all the time she tried, and that now she gets to hold a beautiful baby girl. Just keep us in your prayers, share good stories. If you're thinking of doing it, or if you've done it, tell me kind of your process, anything that could help me. Just stay tuned. Whenever, as we start moving forward, I'll be keeping you guys posted with the latest.